Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, emphasize on the grind, preparing for fleet carriers, cargo missions, Sothis and Ceos. Well, you can see that we're about roughly 6.7 million away from 7.65. So every 50 million we create another video. On March the 26th, Frontier announced that they were on schedule for fleet carriers and for June of this year. And my first reaction was, after hearing that the fleet carriers were 5 billion, was I don't have enough credits. I was at 6.3 billion at the time. So all I did was convert my ship back over into travel mode, and I came out to Sothis. Went to Sothis mining and went to Don's Inheritance first, re-outfitted for cargo, and then went straight over to Sothis mining and started loading missions. And now we're at 7.643, and we're fixing to hit 7.650. Today being April the 2nd at 1 p.m. Central Time. If you view this video prior to that, you can go over to the Elite Dangerous YouTube site, and they have it keyed up for the video for the fleet carriers, and even after the fact you can go watch that video in its entirety after they release it. So I will be recording it and taking parts out and creating a video and where we can discuss it. So again, I thank you for watching. After the 5 billion, there will be upgrade costs, probably in the billions. There will be upkeep costs, and we'll find out today. It has a 500 light year jump range and a cooldown period between each jump. And it uses tritium, tritium, and it'll be mined probably from asteroids, either surface or deep core mining. So we need to continue to raise our credits so we can afford one of these things. And over the next few months, I will continue to bring you updates as I find out about them and how that affects our day-to-day grind. So, Sis left. Let's see. Sis left. Today it's been very finicky, the voice attack. I did go through the speech recognition again and try to train it again, and it's not getting much better. So we need to get over to Sothis Mining Station in Sothis. All right. And if you would, look down the video to the right, you see my subscribe button. Please press that. It does multiple things. It helps me with YouTube. When I get to their minimum subscribers, which is way too much, they will help support my channel. And when I get above a certain hours watched, it doesn't cost you anything, but it'll help me out in the future. It just makes sure that people like my videos. I have some staying power, longevity in producing videos, and that kind of stuff. And it also notifies you when I come out with more videos. So like this afternoon or tomorrow when I finish that the video on Frontiers video, then you'll be notified. When I create these videos for cargo missions, you'll be notified. And then you'll be prepared to watch my videos. And underneath this video, in the description at the bottom of that, it shows ways to donate to the cause or to our channel. Because we create so many videos, our production cost is very high for software, hardware, production equipment, sound equipment is very high. And then the VR equipment and everything else, miscellaneous costs that come in there. And it takes an enormous amount of time. I could do about 500 million a day in cargo runs here between Sothis and Cios. But because I'm doing videos, the best I can do is 2 to 250. So there's a great toll in doing these videos. So all I'm doing is asking for, partners to help me out. And I'd really appreciate it. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where there's over, like I said, 490 more videos for you to watch. So let's get going. I have videos from the engineers, and it's more of a video reference. It goes in fine detail of how to unlock the engineers, the materials that you'll need to upgrade modules. Now I'm using a Python, so it's based off of a Python, but you can see all the modules that they modify and what materials, raw, manufactured, and encoded materials that you would need if you were upgrading a Python, for an example. And there's videos on the Guardian Surface site where the FSD booster by Guardian, you get the blueprints, so check that out.
Frameshift drive charging.
In the Thargoid Surface site where we picked up some meta alloys for the Farseer engineer, Felicity Farseer.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Dav's Hope and Jameson Crash site where we picked up materials, manufactured and coded raw materials. And the material traders, there's videos on material traders, how to move materials around based on your need. And we show you how to pin the engineer's remote workshop, so while you're at the material trader you can modify your ship after meeting with the engineer. A few days ago we were in one of the stations here in Cios, and an anaconda gets destroyed inside the station, so you'll want to watch that one. A very rare Guardian skimmer, which is human made, not the alien Guardians made, that shot missiles at us at a crashed ship site. So you'll want to watch that too. But like I said, there's 490. There's all kinds of content for you to watch. So we're going to come over here to Sothis Mining, and we're going to pick up some cargo. But be sure to hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I produce more of these videos. And the beta for fleet carriers is going to be on April the 7th. Earlier this week I had said April 2nd, but that was for this informational video that's coming out. But April 7th is the PC beta test, And in May, there'll be a PC beta test and other consoles. So check check with us for those videos on our YouTube channel, and you'll be notified if you subscribe. And I thank all of those that have subscribed to our channel and those that have donated. We really appreciate it. You make all of this work, and we appreciate your efforts too. Sis left. I have over 2,000 hours in Elite Dangerous. And yes, at times I do rant about a few of the issues that are still present, and I wish Elite Dangerous or Frontiers developers would fix those. And it's really nice to have the fleet carriers and potential space legs and potential home base, but there's still a lot of issues, like the throttles that stick, that are so frustrating. And you have to do a loop-de-loop just because the throttle sticks and to get it to unstick. So that can drive you crazy. And like auto docking and auto launching, you know, it'll hit things inside the station. So they need to fix that, where it doesn't run into stuff and keep you past the 5 minutes, so they fine you when it's their auto docking and auto launching that caused you for it to take over 5 minutes. You need to fix that. And when you're on the planets and you're using an SRV and it barely slips, it turns you 180 pretty much every time. So that's something I'd like for them to fix. For Super Cruise Assist, we need a keyboard key that we can map like to voice attack or to something like that. And I could probably go on all day of things that I have found that are problems with Elite Dangerous. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
And I wish they'd have 2 medium launch pads at these small and medium stations, because we have ships that try to race to beat us in requesting landing permission at times. And I have an elite status in trade, an elite status in explorer, and combat rating of competent at 18%, and we're working on that. We do some skimmer, stingers, guardian skimmer hunting, and I do low risk combat rank improvement.
Engines disengaged.
I don't fight other ships or NPCs or things like that for combat rank. I'm more of a trader explorer. Okay, we need about 6.7 roughly. We should be able to do that easily. Sis left. And I do stack missions to have plenty missions to deliver. We can go to New Dawn. We have boom 180, 29 of 180. This one to New Dawn. We only need 6. About 6.5 million. And this one, sis left, would bring us 8.2 million. So that one alone would get us over the 765. New Dawn, Boom Delivery 96 gold. And I have 280 unit cargo hold. Sothis left. So this one is 4.4. So 4.4 and 8.2, that's 12.6 million already. And we'll probably have to do a partial on this one. Well, let's see. Deliver 120. Gold. New Dawn. Yes. It's a partial, so it'll help us on the next trip.
At maximum capacity.
So we'll look for some new ones. We do Palladium first, or Palladium. We did those first because those pay the most per unit. And we accept it, we just can't fill it because we've maximized our 280 cargo hold, but we'll get it on the next one. But this is how I've made most of my 7.65 billion, and I have restarted the game twice. I had about 2 billion the last time I restarted, so I could have been a lot higher if I wouldn't have restarted. But when I heard about the fleet carriers, thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and stay with the same game. Looking for more Palladium. Gold is good too, not quite as good, but it's pretty good, and there's plenty of gold. See, some of the trips we come back to Sothis mining, there's very little cargo missions available, and then other times there's plenty. So that's why I stack them, to make sure on average there's plenty. We don't do silver because it really doesn't pay enough for the cargo space, unless we just can't find other missions. See, there's an 8.2 million gold for Brunel. Silver. I was thinking I saw some more of them. Silver. Gold. There's some. Brunel. Silver, gold, 180 for 8.2. Yep, now we filled it. So we have 20 missions. So we have plenty for the near future. Yes, that causes more interdictions, but we're after credits. So all we have to get to is to 6 or 7.65 is about 60, a little bit less than 67, or 6.7 million. Okay, Sothis left. Make sure we have the destination plugged in. New Dawn. Because right now credits are king. That's what we need the most for our fleet carrier, is plenty of credits for the upkeep, the fleet carrier itself, and then the upgrades. make sure you press that subscribe button. That'll help me with YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything, and you get notified when I make these videos. So if you do that, I'd really appreciate it. Underneath the video, in the description at the bottom, you'll see ways to donate.
Landing
Please
gear
consider
retracted.
donating.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
And check out those interdiction videos on my YouTube channel. We have 7 interdictions in one Super Cruise run, and a 6 in my cutter.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's pretty drama filled, because it gets crazy when it gets, over 5. Especially for short distances like we have here, which is about 500 light seconds. And get that many. We're getting 4 to 5 pretty consistently.
Incoming mission critical message.
And we already have a few. Let's see, it's come a long way to aggravate us and pester us. But make sure you have a ship that you're comfortable with. And I recommend going through the engineers to modify your ship. Your engines, your hull, your thrusters, your shields, your FSD booster, and the FSD booster from Guardian. So check out that Guardian surface site to find how to gain the materials and the blueprint for the FSD booster. It's pretty nice because you get 10 extra light years with that booster. And I have a non-laden 52 light year and loaded down for my exploring. It's about 45. And I have modified shields and shield boosters and all of that. When I've been knocked out of the Super Cruise through this escape vector, usually they can only knock out 1 to 1.5 of my shields. So one of my listeners said he brought his cutter and it was shieldless, and I'm saying, well, you're braver than me, because even at the station you can view some videos I have put in Pirate Attack and at station, or Pirate Attack station, and you'll see where pirate ships will come out of Super Cruise when you're docking at a station and nearly hit our ship. And a few times I've been hit by pirate ships too. Yeah, I like to turn. Yeah, we have one that's trying to pester us. And sometimes they'll interdict us when they do that, and sometimes they just want to pester us. So we'll see. We'll adjust our speed and see him on the sensor, how he'll flash under us and stuff like that. Nope, he's gonna go ahead and do it. You can see he's flashing and he turns red. That's why I have my sensor at maximum unzoomed so I can see it. Because normally you wouldn't have saw him sneaking up on us. Now I've been playing about 8 months and I haven't died since the second day I played. So it is possible if you get comfortable enough with your ship. And I'm no great game player, so if I can do it, you can do it. Oop, we got another one behind us. So we weren't able to, and he tried to run you into the planet. So he's trying to get me to run into the planet. Now we're going slow enough. But you see that? He was trying to get me to run into the planet. Most of them can't follow you. I don't know why they do that. So if I did run into the planet, I have Horizon. So yes, it would knock me out of Super Cruise, but then I could still get back into Super Cruise. But they are a nuisance.
Romeo Golf India, you're clear for approach, Commander. Submit a request and enjoy your stay.
Sis left. But I am no fan of the interdictions. That's why a lot of times I'll call it elite interdiction.
Your assigned landing pad is
Because
number
we had
37.
probably five or
Acknowledged,
six
Commander. Clear for
interdictions
assisted
just there. So, just a pain. That's why to me, Elite Dangerous could be great, but to me it's okay. There's too many things that aggravate me in the game for me to call it great. I'd rather it be a simulator instead of a pirate fantasy, because it's more about pirating than it is about
Landing gear deployed.
simulator or realistic simulator. It's very little realistic and very much a fantasy for those that are pirates.
Docking confirmed. You may disembark when ready. You're all checked in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
But everybody plays their way and they like different things, and you know, some might like everything about the game. And some might be like me, where there's issues that drive you crazy. See, we did surpass the 7.65, and that's what our goal was for this video. And when I'm in the SRV and I'm running around a planet and it barely slides, it always turns you and points in the opposite direction, like a 180 turn. And it does that most of the time. And that's aggravating. So that was another thing that's really to me. So, is this right? Make sure we've delivered all of it, which we have. And we're at 7.656, so we conquered, or we achieved our goal. Sis left. Let's go back to Sothis mining, and that will end this video. But my viewership is up by 650% just since March 26th. So this has really hit a nerve, and people are really interested. And cargo missions from Sothis to Ceos, more than they were prior, because we've been doing, this is part of the day-to-day grind, and we've been doing missions from Sothis to Ceos for a while. But like I said, our viewership has increased by 650%. So we found something that you're looking for. So as long as our viewership keeps rising, we'll keep creating these videos for you. And we gain more credits. We're up to 7.65. So we'll have 2.65 billion over what the
Detach is good. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
over what the fleet carriers cost. So it's going to be nice all the way around. And on April the 7th is beta testing on the PC, so I'm going to try to beta test. In the past, I have been invited to do the beta testing.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I don't know what the threshold is for Frontier inviting beta testers, but as far as I can remember, I've always been invited to do beta testing, so I'm definitely taking them up on it this time
1. Engage.
with the fleet carrier, because I want to bring you as much information about the fleet carrier as possible. So that's why if you'll subscribe, you will receive notification when I produce those videos on the fleet carrier. So there's the beta test on April 7th, and there's also a beta test in May. So I plan to do both of them. So subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for additional videos. Now I can show you, as you can see on my status, I'm Elite Trade, Elite Explorer. I have 7.6 billion, and I use a Python, and I have a cutter. So I can show you how to really succeed, and I try to be as detailed as possible. And if you keep watching my videos, they'll be detailed. You'll see enough that you can follow what I've done or incorporate it into what you like doing. I have videos on the road to riches for explorer ranking and scanning planets. You'll scan high metal content, water worlds, and Earth-like planets, and they pay the most. They can pay up to 800,000 per scan. So there have been times I've scanned planets and it was only about 200,000 or 300,000 per scan, but for the most part it was about 800,000 per scan that I was being paid. Sis left. Now this discovery scanner that's in blue to the right, scan every planet you go to, because that'll help your explorer ranking too, and the universal cartographics. They pay you, so you'll get credits that way too. Now make sure when you're running cargo that you maximize the reputation for all of the factions. You will maximize your rewards that way. And that's really what you want to do. You want to maximize the reward. Like you are able to see, we are making up to 10.49 credits per mission. That's for the Palladium, and the gold we're making 8.2 million for 180 units. So you can make good credits. I do have some asteroid mining videos too, more of surface mining. I haven't done the deep core, but because of the tritium material, the fuel, I might have to start if that's the only way to get it. I'll have to work on that. But I'll bring that to you too. It's just left.
Docking request granted.
And what I'm hoping for April the 7th is bring you a first look or an unboxing of fleet carriers to go into extreme detail of all we can do with it. We're going to learn together because it'll be my first look at it too. We're going to create some videos on the fleet carriers. And I do plan on buying one, and hopefully I can sell it back if I don't like it later
Landing
on.
gear deployed.
But I want to do as many videos as I can on it.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Is this right? Make sure I don't have any cargo, which I don't. So I thank you for watching. I hope you'll be willing to subscribe to my channel. Helps me with YouTube, and you'll be notified when I produce more of these videos on the fleet carriers. And that you would consider donating, and in the description at the bottom it'll show you how you can, or the methods that you can donate by using. And underneath the video to the left you'll see my YouTube channel page, GFM_RDG, where I have over 290 videos out there for you to watch. Plenty of content. So until next time, thank you for watching.